Hey everyone, my name is MargaretSanger, and this is my life. I was born September 14, 1879, in Corning, New York. My parents immigrated here from Ireland. Let me introduce them. My father's name is Michael Higgins, and my mother's name is Ann Higgins. I came from a large family with 10 siblings, and my family was poor, but my parents taught me to chase after my dreams. My father always said, everyone should leave the world better for having lived in it. He taught me to be outspoken and to face any hurdles that come my way. On the other hand, my mother was resourceful and taught me to be motivated. Sadly, my mother passed away at 46 years old due to her weakness relating to her 18 pregnancies, which 7 of them were miscarriages. This influenced my drive to prevent the occurrence of many unplanned pregnancies that lead to a decline in well-being. This is why I decided to enroll in nursing school in White Plains, New York. After graduating, I married the love of my life, William Sanger, in 1902. He was an architectural draftsman, and I was excited for our future together. 6 months later, I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy whom we named Stuart, and 5 years later, Grant was born. 2 years after this, my baby girl Peggy was born. I became miserable when I lost Peggy 5 years later. She suffered from pneumonia, and it hurts me every day that my care for her wasn't enough. After this, my marriage with William went downhill. Although he supported my beliefs, we just encountered too many problems which eventually led to our divorce. In the district where I worked as a nurse, multiple pregnancies were the main problem for women. They tried many forms of self-induced abortion, such as using hangers, needles, soda bottles, and many more. Just imagine how painful this was. I even witnessed women line up for hours to meet with an abortionist who charged $5 for these illegal abortions. During my time, the Comstock Law was an existing law that made it a federal offense to distribute and possess any information about contraception because a well-known man named Anthony Comstock saw this as an immoral law act. The law remained unquestioned until I challenged it. Seeing these women struggle in the same way my mother did reassured me of my purpose to help women in this growing issue. With the knowledge from studying birth control methods abroad, I published a pamphlet called Family Limitation that William and I distributed to educate the public about contraceptive methods. Along with my sister's help in 1916, I finally decided to open the very first birth control clinic in Brooklyn, New York, despite the Comstock Law. Unfortunately, we lacked support from doctors because they feared going against the law and bringing disgrace to the medical profession. With the pamphlets being distributed and gaining attention, my clinic was raided by the police just 10 days after opening. The clinic's patient records were taken away, and my sister and I had to go face legal consequences. With us both being put away, no one was able to operate the clinic. I was able to bail out of jail and managed to reopen the clinic soon after. 2 years later, I won the trial case because the judge believed in needing to educate women about contraception. And in 1921, I met James Henry Noah Slee, founder and president of an oil company, whom I married later in private. With James' financial support and status, it helped gain publicity for the issue I was fighting for. I was able to get a doctor to staff my clinic in 1923, but felt a sense of deja vu when my clinic was once again raided. Fortunately, other doctors criticized the police for invading patient privacy, so the case was dropped immediately. We were then able to continue to work and educate for women. With all these obstacles I have faced, I was able to leave a lasting impact on healthcare, thankfully. Aside from all that, I was also the founder of the American Birth Control League in 1921, which promoted the growth of birth control clinics across the country. This is known as Planned Parenthood Federation of America, that continued to represent the rights of choice and knowledge for women. Then, after this, a woman named Mary Hawkins was inspired by my movement to open the first Canadian birth control clinic in 1932. The clinic was then called Birth Control Society of Hamilton. The Planned Parenthood organization helped in abolishing the Comstock Law. Planned Parenthood Federation of America later on transformed into International Planned Parenthood Federation as it makes its way from the US to across the world, including third world countries, to allow for safe and effective family planning. With the help of my friend Catherine McCormick and her wealth, and Dr. Gregory Pincus, scientific innovation, a medical discovery still used in your time is unveiled. With our collaboration, altogether, the birth control pill was brought out into the world. This is the legacy I leave with the world. Despite the hardships and obstacles that I faced to get here, I'm glad to have contributed to the evolution of healthcare.